Hey guys, it's Grand Lamb here. I just got back from the Richmond Regional that was this weekend. I got top 8. I played Yummy. 2 back-to-back tops is kind of cool, so it's nice. And we got one more next weekend, so
Wow.
just get right into it. Behind the camera is Clay, of course, my
Ooh.
dedicated cameraman.
That's all I am now.
Yep, washed basically. Alright, we'll just get right into it. It's really self-explanatory. The list is mostly the same from last week. And just 3 of all these, just play that. 2, perfect number. 1 of each field spell. The only thing I will say about this is that this card came up so many different times that I think you should play this, not just play 2 of these. If you're gonna play a second one, maybe side the other copy, but like this card is crazy. It's won me so many games this past weekend. That's it for the Yummies. I played 3 Obedient School, 3 Engage, and 1 Hornet Drones. I just think that I wanted to max out on consistency so that every hand's playable, mostly. It did come out where I just draw both of these together, but like it happens, you just discard it later on if it play. Your best hands are if you open like Engage plus a name to play or Obedient School, and of course always Obedient School before you Engage, to be honest, because it just forced out so much shit. I played a mixture of hand traps and breakers because I believe that they both offer like a lot to the deck. So for hand trap wise, I played 3 Fua, 3 Ash, 3 Purge, and the fun of 1 Imperm. I played 10 hand traps. These cards sort of conflict sometimes, but you can just Ash before you Purge half the time. It'll be fine. This does turn off the Kagari off Engage, which was my only loss. Outside of that, this card's nice. It's very useful for beating Dracotel. If they have Keto, you want one of these 2 to just be able to beat that card so they can't. Well, preferably you want this for Keto and this for Rahu. But it's just something you want to keep in general. Also, another thing for Dracotel in general, because I think that matchup is like free. These cards hit the trap card, so sometimes you just let them play the game. And then going second, you just hit the trap card that hurts you the most. Like usually it's gonna hit the spell card, I think called Flame, and you just play through the board. It's really nice. Outside of that, the monster hand traps get sided out most of the time if I'm playing versus something like K9. The breakers, I played 3 Thrust, 1 Tactics, the card broken, and then the best card in my deck this weekend was Black Goat. This card is very strong. Like, I think I'm starting to see more lists play it now, but basically I decided to play in main deck because of how strong it is. In the mirror match, you just call Snatch and you just win the game because they cannot play the game if they can't summon Snatchy. Even if they somehow make a synchro, like through Engage, they don't have a play on your turn because their Snatchies isn't like in the rotation, so they can't synchro on your turn to do anything. So like, even still. Also versus random stuff like Vapor Soul. Versus the Malice opponents I played versus 3 Malice. This card was crazy because I could just turn off their interruptions. Going second, I discarded this off a Cupsy Way a few times and just turn off White Binder, which stopped them from getting back their entire engine. This card's just crazy. Please play this card. I might in the future play 2 more in the side deck, which I'll get into a bit. I played the 1 Prosperity, the 3 Droplets, and the 1 Call By. These were just good. This card is very good right now. Please play this card especially. It's just a breaker, but just playing this in general versus Dracotel in the mirror match is insane, especially Fenrir. That card is so strong. That card beats my deck. For extra deck wise, I played the 3 Snatchy. Of course, I have to play one of each of these. Part of me wants to play a second one of this just because of how I do my combos, but I have to think about it. Outside that, all this is just standard. I play 1 Herald. Most people I think play 2 currently. You realistically don't need the second one if you're playing versus anything that's not Dracotel. But if you're playing versus Dracotel, sometimes the second one comes up. But this card is just, it's what makes the deck tick most of the time. Metal Marcher and then Starham. Starham comes up a lot if you're under Obedient School for forcing out game. A lot of time I don't use the cookie effect till later, and this card removes the body, but also putting another Yummy name on the field. And something that came up, I think, once was I actually did do the whole discard 2 summon itself back effect, which was nice. 1 Kagari, you have to play 1 SP, you have to play it. You do have to play this card too. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce the name, but this card is nice for resetting Droplet, Call By, and Surprise especially. And then another thing is this does come up where you leave them on like less than 1,500 life points. If you can't kill them that turn through battle, you can make this under your Herald and just negate it to burn them from game, which is something that's really nice. 1 Almirage, this is just so that I can increase the number of hands that are playable. Like if I have Ash plus some Yummy, That just plays through interruption on some of my cards, which is nice. It did come up once, but outside of that, I don't know if I'm going to keep playing it. I have to see. One Link Spider just to play Nib, and then the last card was Cross Sheep. This used to be a Typhon, but Typhon didn't come up once this weekend. This did, however, when they banned the SP banished my minion. I only play one minion, so it banished it. I didn't know how I was going to clear their field. I summoned this, I just went for game with it. It was really cool. Outside that was just the extra deck. We're just going to shove all this over here. For the side deck, I played 3 Draw and Lockbirdies. Still have to respect old decks like Mitsu Raizio because they're very strong. And versus Banker Soul, this card's still pretty strong too because it puts them on a half board and you can easily kill them through a half board. One of the best side cards this weekend was Raigeki. You just put this in versus everything. I know, so Clay's behind the camera, he should know how strong this card is because he played Tenpai. So most of the time, decks have to your deck is a 1-card combo deck basically, so like any name can equal OTK. What you do is you just end up breaking their board, and then sometimes you just activate Raigeki. They have to either negate it or their board goes. If they do negate it, they play into the other tactics, so you just search another fucking Raigeki and then do it again. Why I play Raigeki over Dark Ruler is because I want, the 2 main reasons is 1, I want to just kill them that turn. I think a deck like Vanquish Soul, for instance, if you don't kill them that turn, you're just gonna die next turn. You're just not, it's crazy. And then fucking Malice is another issue. If you Dark Ruler Malice, their grind is just gonna outgrind you, so there's no reason. Raigeki clears their board and also gives you a chance to kill them. And especially versus Banker Soul in particular, or K9 decks, this outs the rank 5 before they get a chance to rank it up, which is really fucking annoying. I had that come up a few times, but yeah, that's the main thing, is that they don't really get a chance to respond without preemptively doing it. 1 Harpies, which, yeah, this card's crazy. I played the 1 Rivalry and the 1 Gozen. I only saw these cards once this weekend, and I lost the game because I drew it super late versus the Banker Soul players, so that was cool. Yeah, these might be replaced by Black Goat later, but it's still something you can play versus Banker Soul, for instance. D-Barrier, which is D-Barrier, that won me a game. The 2 Solemn Judgment, and then the 3 blanks, so I had to give them back. It's Meowless. So I thought that people were gonna be like, yo, let's play new decks this weekend. I was like, I don't want to side a card like fucking Lancia just specifically for Malice. And what if I just don't play versus Malice? Well, that was a stupid thought because I played versus 3 Malice, which is really cool. People just need to let go, I guess. I don't know, but it just be like that. It's probably gonna go back to being Lancia come this weekend. And then, yeah, that was it. My only shout out is to my boy Logan. Congratulations for getting engaged. Then, yeah, thanks. That was it.
Great job.
Thanks, man.